Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams, and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. I just heard peace, power, and protection. Ashe, so must it be. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and get the overall energy of your reading. Thank you, Divine. What's coming through for this beautiful being? I like it. Time for a nap. Divine is saying to focus on your rest at this time, to allow your physical body to rest, to rejuvenate. This is card 6, or it's card 24, but 2 plus 4 is 6. And so I'm getting care for your physical body, paying attention to even the sensations in your body when you feel hungry, when you feel tired, even if you feel anxious or if there's a lot of energy moving through your body. Bring your awareness to that and allow Spirit to guide you in the direction of how to, 144 on the timer, how to nurture yourself in that moment. As a chosen one, you have a divine calling. You've been called to a very important path. And so nurturing yourself is so important. Okay? For some of you, what I'm getting is meditation, especially at nighttime. Okay? Connecting with Mother Moon's energy, allowing your intuition to be, I'm getting awakened at that time. So it's nighttime, but you're allowing your intuition to become awakened because you're connecting with Mother Moon. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, allowing her to nourish your intuition. Go the distance. So as you focus on the needs of your physical body, you're giving yourself the strength that you need to go the distance with a particular goal that you have. It feels like you may have been kind of running on E, asking your body to do certain things that perhaps it wasn't nurtured enough to do, you know? And we do that sometimes because we get so caught up in our routine, so caught up in what it is that we want to accomplish, that we forget that we need to nourish ourselves. This is card 47. 4 and 7 is 11. You're about to go through a portal. This is going to be a really big deal for you. It's a new level that you're reaching. And this is because you've chosen to go the distance. You haven't quit on a goal that you have. And this goal is very important for your life purpose. Spirit says they are so proud of you for doing what you've been called to do. It's not easy. Yeah. You make it look good too. You make living your life's purpose look good. Spirit says we know it's not easy, but you do it very well. come to the edge. Now there may be something that you have felt like you were tempted to quit. You were tempted to not enter that next phase. But you're going. With this come to the edge card, it could be that this is it feels a little bit scary. That's how you know you're doing it right. If there's just at least a little bit of fear there, you know you're doing something right because you're challenging yourself. So you know that what awaits you once you go through that portal, because you stayed the course, you know it's going to be good. It's going to be very, very good because it's meant for you. Also, there's love here. Now, this could be love for yourself, love for your passion in life, love for your creative endeavor, love for your life's purpose. I'm getting a renewed sense of love and passion for what you're called to do. Okay? But also, for some of you, you're going through a portal where you're ready to connect. There are hearts here. Okay? It looks like petals, but then you look at them real closely and you can tell that they're hearts. So this feels like connection, and it's an intuitive connection. This is a bond. It's more than just a relationship, it's a bond. I'm hearing a healthy and sacred bond. For some of you, this is what you're being challenged to move forward with. It might feel scary because of certain circumstances and situations that you've experienced in your life. I'm getting from childhood. There were phases in your life that felt very challenging regarding the connections that you had with other people, because you experienced relationships where there were people who did not know how to truly connect. They tried to attach. They didn't know how to connect. But whoever this being is, or these beings are, for some of you, it might not be romantic. It could be a collaborative effort, okay? But there's growth here. There's sacred energy here. There's a bond here. And it's undeniable, but it might feel scary. Divine says, this isn't the person that you have known before in your past. It's not that same type of being. Yeah. I'm seeing a hand in a glove. A hand going into a glove. It's a good fit. There's alignment here. Okay? Alright, Spirit. Tarot. Okay, let's go to the tarot. You're saying tarot. Thank you, Divine. What is coming through for this beautiful being? A change in your perspective. Moving forward with love. Spirit is talking today very clearly and very quickly. Yeah. We've got the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. There's powerful energy here. It's passionate as well. There's someone that you are connecting with who is energetically there's something about them that feels reminiscent about someone that you knew in your younger years. There's something about their energy signature that reminds you of someone that you knew before. This person that you knew before was a Page of Wands. Okay? It could be that the similarity here is the fire energy, because we have the Lovers right next to the Knight of Wands. This feels like this could be your energy, but it feels like whoever it is that you are potentially connecting with the Knight of Wands, there's something fiery about them. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but this energy signature that feels like the fire element, okay? Whether or not they have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius highly aspected in their chart, that's not even like really significant here, you know what I mean? What's significant is that there's something fiery about their energy. And it feels very reminiscent of a Page of Wands that you once knew. I feel like this is someone that you knew in your childhood years or in your younger years. Okay? This is someone that you had a significant amount of energy built up between you. You spent a lot of time with them. There could even be a familial connection here. It could be that this Knight of Wands reminds you of someone in your family. Could be a sibling. Could be an old friend, a childhood friend. Yeah, let's pull from this one. Divine, tell me about this childhood friend. Why are they coming through? Because, yeah, okay, so that's, okay. We're going to get into that more, right? But Divine is encouraging you to see something or someone from a different perspective. I'm hearing from a different angle. From a different angle. Okay? You might be viewing them from an angle where you're looking at them from the past. Your past experiences. There's something that feels very reminiscent about this person that you are potentially connecting with now. It feels so like there's something about them that reminds you of someone from your past. But Divine is saying that it's safe to move forward. This Three of Wands is like there's a blessing here. A blessing in love. A blessing in true connection. A sacred bond. Okay? There's also a lot of passion here with this Ace of Wands. So Divine, please tell us about this Page of Wands. What is it about this Page of Wands that feels, that's causing hesitation? The Magician. This could have been a trickster spirit. This could have been this Page of Wands. It could have been someone that you had a close relationship with years ago. I'm getting that they could have been immature and tricky. They played games. I'm getting that for some of you, this could have been like the first person you dated seriously, like a high school sweetheart. For some of you, it was a sibling that was or is karmic. I'm seeing them in their younger years though, so that's why I'm saying was, okay? Also, was could have come out because maybe you don't have contact with this person anymore. It does feel like that. Or it feels like contact with this person could be strained. 1414 on the timer. Temperance. Divine is bringing temperance and balance to something that occurred to you in the past with this Page of Wands through this current energy here. This person that is present in your life now. There's something that, it's like a portal of healing that's opening up as you get to know this person and you connect with them. But it's healing something from your past. 1444 on the timer. Divine says that with this new connection, you are protected. Divine, is there anything else that you want this beautiful being to know about this Page of Wands energy? Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers, Four of Wands. This could have been someone that you hoped to marry, or perhaps you did. This could have been a past relationship, but the person was very immature. That could be why they're coming through initially as the Page of Wands. It could also be someone that you knew over a long period of time. Perhaps you met them in your childhood years or in your high school years. You know, it could have been a high school sweetheart situation. And then I'm seeing that, yeah, so they're coming through. I feel like this is them coming through as the King of Wands. And then you're seen here as the Queen of Pentacles, or it could be vice versa. But I'm getting that you're more Pentacles energy. Like I'm seeing you as very grounded, very balanced. And this King of Wands could have turned out to have been, what I'm hearing is a little too passionate. Okay? They may have been, it feels like a jealous, passionate. You know, passionate can be a very positive thing, but I'm getting it in a negative aspect. We're in minute 16. Whoever this King of Wands was, they feel like a tower. You hear that engine out there revving up, that car revving up? It feels like this person charged their way through everything. I'm not really picking up on Taurus energy, but I see them as a bull in a china shop. Like they would charge forward and act very irrationally and then think later and regret it later. But I'm hearing half-ass apology. Like they would act first very irrationally and then come in later with a half-ass apology. So as a pair here, I'm seeing King of Wands, very irrational, very unstable emotionally, but passionate, okay? You know, everybody has a redeeming quality. So perhaps their passion sometimes could feel good, you know, but sometimes it just went too far. That's what I'm getting. And then with this Queen of Pentacles, whether you're male, female, non-binary, you're coming through as this Pentacles energy. Very balanced, very healed. I'm hearing healed. And I'm hearing that even when you weren't healed, you know, because we all have a past, right? You wanted to be healed. You wanted to move forward and heal. But I'm getting that this King of Wands kind of like they were like an obstacle for your healing. They made healing very difficult. Okay? They made healing feel very difficult. Some of you either had a marriage with this person or you wanted one with this Four of Wands here. And I'm getting that you were very patient with this person. Okay, so that could be a part of it. Because with this Seven of Pentacles, it feels like there's a possibility that sometimes you think when you reflect on this experience, this relationship, you're like, I gave them too many years. Like that's what I'm hearing you say. I gave them too much time. I was too patient with them. I gave them too many of my good years. But Divine says you're just getting started. Like you are in the best season of your life. So that's the first thing is like your best years are, oh, that's that, look, go the distance. Remember? Come to the edge. Divine is saying, you ain't seen nothing yet, love. If you think you were good then, you ain't seen nothing yet. So you have so much more goodness in your life to experience. Yeah. Okay, with this Knight of Pentacles, I'm also getting that energy of, I'm getting that you were patient and it's like you were a warrior with your patience. Okay? Because the Knight of Pentacles is a very patient, steady energy that does not give up. And it sees through until something is accomplished. So that Knight of Pentacles could be where you were hoping that your effort and your long-term patience would end successfully. Like I'm hearing successfully, like For you, perhaps you thought that success meant it ended in or resulted in a successful marriage or commitment. But I'm not getting that that's how it ended. I feel like there's something else that Divine had planned for you. Divine, what else is coming through about this previous relationship? They're saying move on to what's now. Okay. They're saying move on to what's here now. You know what's coming to me is those tattoos. Have you ever seen those tattoos that they say no regrets? Like it's supposed to be no regrets, but it was misspelled. I keep getting that like there's something that you might focus on that you feel is a regret, that you feel like you can't undo, but you wish you could. I'm hearing property. Maybe there was some property that you purchased with this person, or there was like some sort of commitment that you made with this person, but they didn't fulfill their end of the bargain. They didn't do what you hoped they would do, and what I'm hearing what they were supposed to do. 2121 on the timer. Divine says they weren't ready. They weren't ready. It feels like the fact that they weren't ready, and that you have new opportunities for connection that are much healthier, that Divine is saying are good, that you're being encouraged to move forward with, like that is a blessing. Because there's something that you learned from this. I can tell with your Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles energy that's coming through here. It's like you have so much patience that you've developed with yourself, within yourself, for yourself. You're a very patient person, and Divine says that there's so much beauty in that aspect of yourself, your patience. The patience that you showed this person, it wasn't a weakness. It gave you an opportunity to grow within yourself and to realize your personal strengths that you will have in any connection. So it's like strengths developed within you and within your character in your relationship with this past person that will carry over in even other aspects of your life. You're being invited to see the strength of your character that you developed in that era of your life as a positive thing, as a strength. 2323 on the timer, okay? Okay, so let's get some understanding of this. Yeah, hostilities. So there could be some hostilities that you feel related to your past experiences that are kind of still within your mind, still within your psyche, perhaps even within your heart chakra. It's a possibility, okay? I'm not saying that that's the case, but it's a possibility because that happens. It's very easy for that to happen because we have memories. And I'm going to take this earring out because it's knocking up against my other earring. Yeah, so see, that's a message right there. If something is clashing, you might have to change something around, move something around, do something different. Think of something differently from a different perspective, you know? If something is causing an interference, it feels like there could be some hostilities regarding attachments from the past that you're having very painful memories of that are blocking abundance that is just waiting to come to you, you know? It does feel like a blockage, because that's what you're being encouraged to do here with Go the Distance, is to move forward. It feels like somebody's coming to you with this Knight of Wands. They're moving towards you. They want you beyond the shadow of a doubt, especially with this Ace of Wands right beside this. I mean, with the Lovers as well. But it feels like there's something, you know, when we remember what we've experienced in the past, one of the #1 things that we're trying to do is prevent that from happening again. And so our memories try to keep us safe, you know. Divine, tell us more about this current experience in love, or this current opportunity in love. Cornucopia. Look, and it's card 11. Remember I said, because Go the Distance is 47, 4 plus 7 is 11. So Divine is showing you all the portals. It's a portal to abundance. Go the distance. Divine is saying to go towards your cornucopia. Now, truly, you are your cornucopia. But there's something really beautiful about this Knight of Wands energy that feels... You know what I'm picking up on? There is a lot of passion there. I feel like that's why this person is coming through as a knight. Okay? But Divine is saying that the reason why they're coming through as a knight is because, yes, they are very passionate. So there's a lot of like youthful energy there, no matter how old this person is. They could be in their 50s, but they come through as a knight because they are very passionate, but also because they want to learn about you. This person is not coming in as a king or a queen because they are teachable. They want to learn who you are. They're not stepping in with arrogance, acting like they know it all and they've got it all figured out and you're going to fit into their plan. It's not that. It's not that. I heard they're not about that life. That might be something they say. I don't know. But they want to create a life with you. They want to use their resources and their blessings and their abundance to open up portals together. You see that sunshine there? They want to learn new things and discover new things with you. I'm hearing they want to get to know the world with you. They want to get to know the world with you. They want to explore the world with you. Patience. Look at that. So this person needs what you have. They need patience, but unlike this Page of Wands, King of Wands from the past, they're also willing to give you patience. And I feel like that's what this past person didn't have. They didn't have patience. They feel very irrational. That's what I keep getting, is an irrational energy. Now see, this is card 16, so you might think that your patience is actually a downfall because you've been patient in the past and you felt like it didn't pay off. But your patience is your strength. I'm hearing it's one of your greatest strengths. Okay, they're saying, what's the news? Okay, this person could be a black sheep, this Knight of Wands, or you could have felt like you were a black sheep, but there's something, oh, you know what I just got? That's something that both of you share in common. If this is something that you have felt, this Knight of Wands, this potential lover, has felt that as well in their life. And that's something that you're going to bond on, that you have both kind of felt at times like you were rejected or ousted, or like you were, someone wanted you to be a scapegoat, perhaps in a family dynamic or even in a work environment. Okay, it could have been a very traumatic work situation that someone went through. But you both have experienced significant trauma at some point in your life. That's what's coming through, okay? Take what resonates. Take what resonates. But that's something that if you allow yourself to get to know them, you will both channel healing energy to each other. It's a completely different experience from this fiery energy from before. I'm hearing this could also be a thing like where you're like, let's say if the person is like a Leo or something, and no disrespect to Leo, my Venus is in Leo, North Node too, so I do love Leo energy, but let's say they're Leo and you're like, I was with that last Leo, I ain't never gonna date another Leo. Like, I could hear you saying something like that, like, and it could be any sign, but fire energy is coming through. So the person that you were with before, they were unhealed. So even if they are the same sun sign, you were with, let's say it's a Leo, an unhealed Leo before, but this person now, they're healed and healing. That's what I'm getting. Because nobody's 100% healed. None of us. We always have work to do. But this person is on a healing journey. And that's going to make all the difference. And so you might see some of the same attributes, but you're going to see them from a very different perspective or from a very different angle. Because it's going to be from a healed angle. You get to see Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy from a healed perspective. Okay? And they don't have to be any of those sun signs, but that's just what's coming through for somebody. Sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, and gossiping. So there's, okay, what I'm getting is that this either could be this past energy, trying to spread rumors about what you currently have going on, or this could just be people around you. This could be a nosy friend who is, you know, trying to turn your life into a tea session. And it's not that. Your life is not a tea session. Your life is your life. And yeah, I'm getting that this could be nosy family members or a nosy family member, you know, who is trying to take your current energies within your life, your current situations in your life, and turning it into something that's gossip worthy or whatever. It's none of their damn business is what it is. Okay? It's none of their damn business. So you might want to set some boundaries. All right? Got kinky ways here. So there's very passionate energy. That could be something that's coming through with this Knight of Wands, but I'm not seeing it as a bad thing. That could be a similarity between this current potential lover and a past lover, that past lover. It feels like this current person is, they have a healthy sex drive. 33 on the timer. Now, if there is anything that is being presented to you, because with 33, that could be other energies. If there's something that you don't want to involve yourself with, let's say a threesome or polyamory, then don't do it. Don't allow anyone, no matter how positive they come through in a reading, to persuade you to do something that you are not comfortable with or something that you don't feel guided to do. Okay? But I am getting that, and that could be a reason why you're like, am I comfortable with this? If they are very passionate. So you have to know what you like. Like I said, it doesn't matter how positive somebody comes through in a reading. If you're not feeling it, then you're not feeling it. But it does look like there is a beautiful blessing here, okay, with these cards that are coming out. Also, what I'm getting is that, you know, it feels like some of that past energy could be creeping up in this present energy. Because what I'm getting is that they're sending confusing energy. Yeah, like with the sipping, spreading rumors, nosy, and then kinky ways. Like, this could be that past energy coming through, trying to inject your current, oh, look what I said, inject. This person really, I think that's the past person. Also, that could be something that turned you off about this past person, that now because this person is also very passionate, you're like, I don't want to go there because it was too much. Maybe this past person pressured you to experiment with polyamory, and that's just something that you weren't into. Because remember 3333 was up there? That's what I feel like this person is real slick. Because they even coming up real slick in this reading. They came in there real sneaky. That's what it is. What else, Spirit? The cleanse. Look at that. The cleanse. That's what we doing. We're cleansing our present energy from those past energies, from those past traumas, from those past wounds, and not allowing those past experiences to hold you back from your present blessings. That's exactly what's going on. I see. And this is one of those types of energies that could be very like trauma inducing, like because they're sneaky, kinky, inappropriate, dirty. I get that they could look clean though. Like they could look real fresh and clean. So fresh and so clean. You know, but then their soul is just a hot, filthy mess. Stankin' mess, you know? Hot morning breath mess is what I'm getting. Like really nasty. And they act every bit of that. They act like trash. They smell like trash. Okay? That's what's coming through. And they're sneaky with all the ish that they do. But Divine is bringing you to a place where you're able to cleanse your energy. And what I'm hearing is that with intentional effort, you absolutely can do that. And you can open up to and move forward with this beautiful connection. Okay? And see, that was, yep, Sneaky Link. That's another one. Sneaky Link. Look, bye, Felicia. Exactly. Bye. They could also be wanting to, yeah, because they're being nosy. Look, yeah, nosy. Was sipping. They think it's their right to know what you've got going on now, and it's not. Oh, I'm hearing that song by Coco Jones. Here we go. Uh-oh. How come, wait, what is it? What is it? And she says, why can't you just be a better man? You want to be, I'm going to put the name of the song. I think it's Here We Go. Uh-oh. But she's talking about how the previous person keeps hanging on. And she says, I know when you get to liking my pictures. Here we go. Uh-oh. This person is hanging around trying to figure out what you've got going. But you have somebody here who really wants to learn who you are and explore you, your connection together, and the world together. They want to know the world right along with you. Okay? That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Ashe. Okay, I'm going to pull from this deck to see if there's anything else that is coming through Divine. So look at those. Egregore, the collective belief, emotion, and energy created by a group, spirit-like force, shields from consequences, fuels influence. Okay, so I'm seeing here like astral travel, where a person could be, this King of Wands over here, this Page of Wands, King of Wands, could work with energy, and they may be trying to come to you, visiting you, protect the energy of your sleep state. All right? They might be trying to access your dreams so that you think of them during the day. Colorist. Discriminates based on skin tone, often favoring lighter skin over darker skin within the same racial or ethnic group. So there could be some of that going on. I mean, people like what they like, but ultimately, it's like anybody who rejects somebody or puts someone down for their complexion is completely wrong. They're wrong for that. They're wrong for that. And I feel like this Page of Wands, King of Wands could have been into that kind of thing. Maybe they criticized your complexion or something about your ethnicity or your race. There's something very personal to you that is a part of who you are that this person criticized. Ain't nobody got time for none of that nonsense. Sink or swim. Yeah, this person had you constantly in a state where you felt like you were in crisis. But you rose to the challenge and you distanced yourself from this toxicity. And now you're swimming like a dolphin. Okay? And in those ocean waters, I'll show you, Maya, you might be fearing the sharks. But this Knight of Wands, whoever this is, they're not coming through as a shark at all. Okay, they're very passionate. I feel like they do have a healthy sex drive, but they're not coming through with these kinky ways. And what else? As a sneaky link. That's the sneaky link coming, trying to come back from the past, okay? But you're cleansing your energy so that you can move forward with that, with your blessings, okay? Moving forward from all the negative energy. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a Sword of Light Oracle. Is that it? Shaman. Okay, Shaman's Dream. Let's go with Shaman's Dream. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. I can't get over that sneaky ass energy. And then the sneaky link card came out. See that? They can't hide. They can run, but they can't hide. We done peeped your ass. We done peeped your ass. Page of Wands, King of Wands. Oh, also what I'm getting is that since the karmic came through as Page of Wands, King of Wands, but the person who's really who has beautiful energy for you, they came through as the Knight of Wands. So that feels like you know, like, is it the Three Bears? So it was like the bed was too hard, the other bed was too soft, but then the other one was just right. That's what this Knight of Wands feels like. Just right. Okay, they're not coming in like the King of Wands, like they know it all and they're leading the whole relationship, right? Because I feel like you want someone who can take charge, but you want someone also who will care enough to learn and listen. Learn who you are and listen to what you desire, okay? But you don't want somebody who's immature like a page. Yeah, it feels like with that Knight energy, they're just right for what's going to be good. Okay? Okay, we've got Will-o'-the-Wisp. Treasures hidden in the treasures hidden in the shadows. So, like, whatever it is that has been, that maybe you've been trying to like push away, there could be a blessing there. And the question is, why am I pushing it away? Is it because I just don't feel ready for this? Or am I afraid of something? If so, what am I afraid of? And be honest with yourself about it. Because that's when we really grow, is when we can be honest with ourselves about the fear that we feel. Fear is not weakness. Fear is what's normal to human beings. When we alchemize that fear, we become 44, invincible. So strong, so protected. 44, okay? So that's Will-o'-the-Wisp. I'm going to go ahead and read Beloved, Radical Acceptance, okay? Because this feels like love. This feels like a beautiful gift of connection. The object of affection, radical acceptance, loving what is. When the beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. The beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for your full attention. Love it. Let it light you up and give it your all. Surrender to this truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels that you are being consumed by the fire of the beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid, for you will emerge transformed. Surrender is the key. Allow yourself to be loved. To be loved, to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to be loved. Is that Jackie Wilson? I love me some Jackie Wilson. I think that might be him. Ashe. Usher. Look, and I was like, Usher? It ain't Usher. I'm thinking the artist. Okay. Usher the harsh critic out the door and shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you. For they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. And that's that past person, okay? Or anybody else who has some negative energy that they're trying to insert in your life, okay? They can go somewhere else with that. Be careful you are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary ability to sabotage your dreams and desires. Sink with and sink into your heart and trust your sense of what is true, and you will know what to do. The true beloved is never false. Every gift proffered is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad you did. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful for this message. Yes, Ashe. And I'm so thankful that you tuned in, beautiful being. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I hope that this reading brought you some clarity, some comfort, some good vibes. Good vibes, good vibes. And I love you. I do. I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.